Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it.
Hey guys, what's up? Sci-Fi119 here with another video. Today we're going to be doing a Wave of Light structure deck opening. Yeah, so this deck is a new edition of like the Lost Sanctuary deck pretty much. Lots of new fairy cards. Yeah, so let's just get straight into it. We'll look at the back actually first. It has a lot of good reprints. It has a Psalm Warning, Ties of the Brethren, what's it called? Arclar Christia, things like that. It's basically Air Knight Parshath, which is a level 5 monster that does piercing battle damage, and whenever it inflicts damage, you get to draw a card. So like, it has a bigger version of him, like boss monsters, and just branches off of that. It's also a lot of counter traps and like life point differential, things like that. Alright, let's open it. Alright, this isn't going very well. Alright, we got there. Alright, we got a rule book and everything. Got our beginner's guide. Game mat. Let's see what this looks like. That's pretty cool. This would look really nice as a real mat. We'll open our deck on this. We got a little Duel Links thing. Eva. Alright, now where do I open this? Swarm. Alright, here it is. Perfect. Oh, I can't open it. Oh, there we go. Awesome. Alright, so let's read some of these new cards. Eva. So, World Chalice already plays this deck. It's pretty good in World Chalice. If this card's sent to the graveyard, if this card's sent to the graveyard, you can banish up to 2 other light fairy monsters from your hand or graveyard. Add the same number of level 2 or lower light fairy monsters with different names from your deck to your hand. So we'll talk about this card a little later. We got our new Air Knight Parshath, which is Sacred Arc Air Knight Parshath. You activate a counter trap card, or if you negate the activation of a spell or trap card or monster effect, except during damage step, you can banish 2 other fairy monsters from your hand and their grave. Special summon this card from the graveyard. If it was there when you activated or negated the card, or hand even if not. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage. When it does inflict damage, you can add a Parshath card or counter trap from your deck. So this card, whenever it deals damage, you can get Solemn Strike from your deck, Parshath monsters, or just any other great counter trap from your deck. So this card's also really good. We'll talk about that later in the video too. Power Angel Valkyria. If you negate the activation of a spell trap card or monster effect, add 1 light fairy monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. That card's not bad at all. We got Sanctum of the Parshath. This card's name becomes the Sanctuary in the Sky while on the field or in the grave. Fairy monsters on the field gain 300 attack and defense. Set spell cards cannot be targeted by or destroyed by card effects. Once per turn, you can target a total of 3 fairy monsters and or counter traps with different names in your graveyard. Place them on top of your deck in any order. That card's pretty cool. Protects all your background. Then we got Rebirth of Parshath. This card's broken. When a spell, trap card, or monster effect is activated, reveal 1 counter trap in your hand, then discard 1 card and pay 1,000 life points. You get to negate the activation, shuffle that card into the deck, and then you get to pretty much special summon this guy from your deck, which is broken. And then next turn, since you probably negated their best play with this card, you get to attack them, add another counter trap like Rebirth of Parshath, and keep doing it. Minerva, Scholar of the Sky. Each time a counter trap card is activated after it resolves, gains 500 attack, and if it does, and the Sanctuary in the Sky is on the field, so this could be this card, you get to add 1 counter trap with a different name from your grave to your hand. And then we have the reprints. Got the Parshath. Bountiful Artemis. You get to draw a card each time a counter trap card's activated. Ariadne, whenever it's destroyed, reveal 3 and your opponent randomly picks 1. Christia, negate, neither player can special summon. Tethys, whenever you draw a fairy, you can reveal it, draw another, keep drawing. Searches Valhalla. Honest, this card's great. Alright, then we're going to talk about these. Hanawada, great against Trickstar. Cards from the Sky, pretty much Pot of Greed, but you can't special summon that turn. Or have your battle phase, I believe. Valhalla, searched off the Hecatrice, and then if you control monsters, you can special summon Fairy from your hand. Ties of the Brethren, you pay 2,000 life points, then target a level 4 or lower monster you control. For the rest of the turn, you can't special summon, but it special summons 2 monsters from your deck with the same type, attribute, and level as a monster with different names, but you can't conduct your battle phase that turn either. However, if you use it on Minerva, you can get Valkyrie out and like maybe an Honest, so you have a lot of support for it with your counter trap, so you get a lot of plus off one card. Divine Punishment, negate anything while you have the Sanctum of Parshath or Sanctuary in the Sky in the field. Dark Bribe. Solemn Warning, pay 2,000 life points, negate a summon or spell or trap effect that special summons. Or would summon a monster, yeah. Or monster effect too. That would special summon. Then we got our token and our Duel Links card. It's an awesome token as well. So we'll talk about actually another card too in here. Ariadne. Alright, so first off, we have Eva. So this card's running World Chalice, like I said before. So if you Brilliant Fusion with this card, you send it to the grave. Then you have your other fairies in the grave, like Venus, the Agent of Creation, Venus and Shine Ball. You'd banish those. You're able to search Herald of the Light and any other fairy in your deck, like Lee. Then you have a negate on your opponent's turn with Herald of the Orange Light. So, or you could search any of these technically. You could play any of these in your World Chalice deck. All of them are not bad. Ariadne. So what Ariadne would do for the deck is if you have it in the scale and you activate any of these counter traps, being Solemn Warning, Ultimate Providence, you do not have to pay the cost, which means you won't have to pay 2,000 life points, and you won't have to discard for Ultimate Providence if you have this card in your scale. So it would be a negate for free, which is insane. And then when it dies, you get to search a counter trap. Yeah, this deck's not bad at all. I wouldn't say it's worth $10 though. I think maybe like I would just wait and like get the cards from like the secondary market. Yeah, definitely wouldn't buy it for $10. Anyways, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.